Welcome to the Safe and Sound Protocol introductory video. I'm Nadine Wright, Director of Hope for Our Children, and I'm going to share with you some brief information about the Safe and Sound Protocol, also known as SSP. SSP is an integrated listening therapy that assists a client's wellness through targeting the nervous system. Practically, it's a 5-hour listening program that's broken into short listening sessions coupled with relaxation exercises. SSP is supported strongly through research and ongoing studies. We list these studies on our website if you wish to access those. SSP is based on a new theory called Polyvagal Theory, which brings new information about our physical response to trauma that is changing the way therapists treat clients. Through Polyvagal Theory, therapists are now treating many mental health conditions as reversible. No longer is a diagnosis or trauma lifelong. Hope for Our Children offer listening therapy, and we want to help clients in their recovery. We all have traumatic experiences. No person can exist in life that has not encountered a form of trauma. Our understandings of trauma are being challenged and shifted by doctors such as Gabor Mate. Trauma is not what happens to you, it is what happens inside of you. Gabor Mate highlights in his work that trauma occurs within the body when we feel isolated and alone. Mate supports Seth Porter's understanding that trauma is not just psychological but physiological. Looking at tools such as the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study, we can see the relationship between trauma and long-term health outcomes. We have all been taught that humans have a fight, flight, or freeze response to a threat in our environment. While this isn't wrong, it is grouped differently to how we naturally think of it. Ultimately, we want to live our lives in the green zone. This is where we know we are safe. It is called the ventral vagal state, and it is where we feel calm, connected to those around us. We are grounded, and due to this, we are more compassionate beings. We like to socialize, we have curiosity, and are open to people, places, and experiences. In this state, we are mindful and fully present and experience life fully. When we are in ventral vagal, or the green zone, our general health and vitality improves, our circulation is better, and we experience an increase in oxytocin, which helps us experience fear less in our daily life. When we are in the green zone, we can relate to others, we can connect with those around us, we are more curious, and we move our eyes and head to observe the natural world. Our voice has greater expression, and our breath is calming to our bodies. We all want to live in this state. When we sense a threat in our environment, our response initially can be to bodily enter the sympathetic or the yellow zone. This is where we are concerned, worried, anxious, fearful, and panic can be present. This is a state of hyperarousal, and our body responds by thinking, I can. This is when our instinct kicks in for fight or flight. This is a non-voluntary nervous system response to a threat. It is a state of being that cannot be chosen logically. The sympathetic nervous system's response gets your body ready for action. There's an increase in your blood pressure, your heart rate goes up, your body utilizes your energy stores, you've got adrenaline being produced. Your blood prioritizes oxygen for your vital organs, and because of this, you may experience numbness in your extremities. Your blood becomes more easily clottable for any injury that you might sustain. Your pupils dilate to assist in fleeing or fighting with your visual input. Often people in this state may even vomit or get diarrhea, as their body will want to purge itself of any digestive material and help you flee. If your threat does not decrease, then vasal dorsal, or known as the red zone, is the final state we enter before death. This is the shutdown zone, where our nervous system believes that death is imminent. We will freeze, collapse, faint, become immobile in some fashion. We progress through feelings of helplessness. Our pain threshold in our body is increased. We become quite depressed and numb, and we will disassociate from the situation. This again is an involuntary hyperarousal nervous system response to an imminent threat. When our parasympathetic nervous system kicks in, all social behaviors become decreased. Facial expressions, eye contact, hearing frequency changes in our ears, you lose your sexual response, as surviving becomes a higher priority than looking sexy or finding a mate. The other zones of sympathetic yellow or parasympathetic red zones are very important for our survival. However, when we experience trauma, Sometimes our nervous system becomes stuck in a zone and we don't naturally resolve our body's baseline back into the green zone. So how does listening to music assist with the nervous system relaxing into the green zone? SSP stimulates the vagus nerve, which runs the length of our spinal cord and controls our bodily functions. When the vagus nerve is stimulated, it will indicate to the nervous system that there is not a threat present and that the body can naturally settle back into the green zone or ventral vagal. Stimulation of the vagus nerve can happen through various exercises, and listening therapy is only one of those. We encourage clients who undertake our program to be assisting in their recovery through dual therapies. If you're wanting to know more about this program or interested in accessing it for yourself or a child, please don't hesitate to contact us at the office.